John Steenhuisen says the declining state of SOEs is proof that South Africa doesn't have capacity to maintain them.
There's no need for us to be running state-owned diamond mines, state-owned airlines, state-owned this, state-owned that. They do not work, and they actually end up costing South Africa a lot more. And as I've said already, they crowd out the social spend significantly.
He says money directed to bail out state-owned entities could be repurposed to improve social relief. Alpha Ramushwana, Eyewitness News, Benoni.
On the weather front, a fine Thursday in store for Gauteng tomorrow. Joburg dropping to an overnight low of 11 degrees, reaching a high of 28. Pretoria 12 and 29. Vereeniging 10, also reaching a high of 28. Lerato Hafela, Eyewitness News.
Eyewitness News on 947. For more, click ewn.co.za.
#MSW. You may begin to feel anxious or excited.
Honest, deliberate, engaging, uncensored.
High dosage administration can cause adverse reactions.
And most importantly, independent in mind and execution.
This is a normal response. Are you ready?
Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Catherine Williams, Paige Boden-Horst, SA Women's Rowing Double Scull Duo here with me in the studio. Now you head off to Switzerland. What needs to be done?
Basically, obviously it's called the Regatta of Death, and that's because there's only 2 spots left. So 11 qualified at World Champs. We came 12th. We're basically at the 500 meters, which is the last quarter of the race. We're all in line. I looked across, all the stroke women were in line with me. I was like, oh, okay.
Putting our best in every day, and that's all you can do. You can't really control the other boats. You can't focus. Nothing will change. Like, you can only control yourself. So,
have we got any idea here, Mashamola, in terms of what sparked such tensions, such barbaric behavior?
I want to believe that something must have happened for those players to actually start that fight, because unfortunately, watching from television, you can only see what you are shown at the time. So we did not see what happened prior to that. Something must have been said, some unspeakable, disappointing. In fact, I would even go to say that was hooliganism that we saw.
Robert Marawa, live on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live. #MSW. Wednesday nights, soccer nights, your ordinary Monday. It's Reaction Monday.
Yeah, it's reaction, it's Wednesday, it's everything in one. We mix it up. That's how we do it right here on #MSW. Welcome to the show. Oh, lest we forget, there's a certain derby game happening tonight.
So yeah, super important for us, obviously. That's clear. I think with the last 2 results, Everton pretty much sorted it. They stay in the league, but that doesn't mean not to have us and another home game. I think on the weekend, at three home games in there. So the idea from their point of view is obviously to win all 3, and then it should be sorted definitely. Yeah, and for us, it's clear. The situation is clear. Don't have to say that again and again and again. It's really important, like all the other games were as well. But yeah, we know about importance, definitely. I don't know exactly when my first derby was. Like, was it 15 still or 2016? So I was in for a while. But it's when you come here, I really think it would not be honest if I would have said immediately that's my game of the year and stuff like this, because it wasn't. I knew how important it is to all the people, and so I had it here, but didn't feel it then. That's not a problem for coaching a team. But meanwhile, I know it. And I feel it and everything, so it's absolutely clear. So my feeling and my understanding developed obviously over the years, rightly so. And yeah, always difficult games, especially there. And at home it was, I'm not sure if comfortable is the right say, but more at least. We have, I think, a pretty good record. Only Carlo Ancelotti, who is, everybody knows now, he's a really good manager. We lost against Carlo. Besides that, we had good results, good games, and now it's not too important what we had in the past. This is a super important game for us. So if we, whatever we did in the past is not too important for this game. We just should give it a proper try there. No, that's what we'll do. Unfortunately, yes. Diogo, scored the goal, felt a little bit, and now we found out it's a little bit more, so he will be out for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's the Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp warning his title-chasing Liverpool team that they will have to cope with derby fever as he prepares to face Everton, though, for the final time tonight. Now, Liverpool return to winning ways at the weekend, beating Fulham by 3-1 after the draw against Man United and a very costly defeat at home to Crystal Palace. So more games as well. In the Premier League tonight. Exciting times. The Wolves playing against Bournemouth. Crystal Palace taking on Newcastle. Man United and Sheffield will touch on those games as well, coming up a little bit later on, though, in the show. But hey, brace yourselves. Got a great guest in studio. Be chatting to him in a second.
Wednesday nights, soccer nights, your nights.
There's a chance here early on for Sundowns. Oh, what a start! Oh, what a start! We're still busy laying our table here. And it's Tashreeq Matthews that has opened the scoring. The worst possible start for Sekhukhune United.
Worst start for Sekhukhune United. Literally a minute, but then all it took for Sundowns was 7 minutes.
More problems here. Could be problems. Here's a chance for Morena to double the lead. Disaster! Disaster here for Sekhukhune United. They are falling apart here. Sundowns. 11 changes, no problem. Same old, same old.
Yeah, Thabiso Tema, as he says, disaster. That's exactly what it was, though, for Sekhukhune, because, you know what, you talk about the second goal, he's often highly underrated and also less talked about, and certainly adds incredible value to Sundowns, be it at club level or when he's playing for Bafana, the national team. A great asset to football in this country, blistering pace, insane versatility, both in defense as well as attack. I don't know where he was playing yesterday. I don't know what position he was playing yesterday, but all I know that it was effective, but I haven't seen him play. In fact, I've seen him play almost every position, maybe not goalkeeper, but yesterday he'll tell me where he was playing yesterday. A little bit of times here and there, he's had injuries over the past couple of years. Always bounces back, though. That's one thing you can be certain of. Bounce back abilities there. Stronger, hungrier, wanting to compete at the highest level. When you ask people, what do you say? What do you compare him with? They say, it's complete gem. Gem of a football player. A speedster that he is. Thapelo Morena is here. What a busy day it's been for you today. And here you end up in the studio. Good to see you, man. Thapelo, welcome to the show.
Good to see you, Rob. Thank you.
How do you describe the past, 24 hours?
Yeah. It's been very hectic, bro. But firstly, I'd like to say, it's something that we always have to wake up on and say, you know what, I'm going to work.
Yeah.
Whatever comes to the table, you just have to grab it with a smile and face it head on and go forward. And the most important people are our families that we leave behind.
Yes.
And I'm really grateful to having the family who understands what kind of a person I am and which field I am in.
How do they understand when you talk about your life? It was crazy. And I've got to thank your family. I think your wife and kids are here with you. They said, you know what, we have to hold you by the hand because we hardly ever see you. And I know that they're listening. So use this opportunity to thank them. I have to thank them, on your behalf. What do you have to say to them? Because it's a rare opportunity where you go fetch the kids from school and then all of a sudden you have to have this appointment with us here today.
Yeah, I think it's somehow it's the moments that I'm spending with them, and the moments that I know I'm missing a lot. On Sunday they went to the park. I was not there.
Yes.
So I'm trying to be in most of the time, be with them, and literally to give them great memories. Not only saying pointing me on TV, but saying literally my father was around.
They won't believe that unless you mention their names. So please put a smile on their faces.
My first one, Lesedi Morena. My second one, Rorisa Morena. And my younger one, Thapelo Morena.
You left out the main person.
And my wife, Carol Thapelo Morena.
Thank you so much, family. Thank you for allowing us to intrude into your personal space, because that's exactly what it is. I can imagine for you. You leave South Africa, you head off to Tunisia. You arrive there on Wednesday. I don't know if you have time for regeneration or anything else. You play on Saturday night. Then I don't know when you fly back. Is it a private jet? What is it? Then you land, you try and prepare for a game which you played last night. You win that game, you get the 3 points. I don't know if you have time again, regenerate, prepare for Friday. Then Friday you got to play Champions League again. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's very crazy, bro. But like I said, we have to take everything up on the chin, and we have to put our the smiles on our faces, and we have to soldier on. As especially from the last week's program, it's been very hectic. We landed, I think, on Wednesday. Wednesday night. Yeah. And Thursday we had to do the regen. We didn't train on Thursday. On Friday we went to the pitch, match day -1. On Saturday we played. Sunday we had to fly back in the morning. We arrived in Tambo around 11-12. We had to do the regen to prepare for the Sekhukhune game. I literally got in at home around 2-3, slept. My kids woke me up again to take them to school, because I have not been there for literally a week.
So you're playing catch up, basically?
Playing catch up. Took the kids to school, came back, prepared for the camp in the afternoon, went to camp. Yesterday we played, and we had to do what we have to do and try and get the 3 points.
Well, you got the 3 points, but back to the real life story of a football player, and a football player that's playing for Sundowns, is that you come on in the last 10 minutes. You come in for Lodge against Esperance. So you've been on the bench, you watch the game, and I know that you guys are always encouraged as professionals to be as actively a part of the game when you're on the bench as if you're on the field. So you come on last 10 minutes, you make an impact, but then you earn a starting berth last night. So you start the game. It's a crazy game. Tashreeq, he scores early. Same Tashreeq intercepts a bad mistake from the Sekhukhune defenders, gets the ball to you. You are ahead. What does that then do, that early on, the fact that you 2-0 up and hardly, 7 minutes have been played, but you got to try and keep that scoreline, not drop your heads, not be overconfident as well. Just take me through then, let's say, the last remaining minutes of the game, because now you've stepped so far ahead so early on.
Yeah, I think we knew that we have to suffer. We didn't have the legs because of the traveling. We didn't have the legs, so whilst we had the legs, we wanted to make sure that we capitalize, we use every weapon we have. And the game plan came well. And the coach emphasized on us to go out gun blazing for the first 45 minutes. And we need to understand the measure of the game, that we know, like I said, we don't have legs. If we don't score in the first half, and maybe Sekhukhune tries to drag the game to the second half, we might lose our legs in the last 10-15 minutes. And that's exactly what happened in our last 10 minutes. We had to grind. We had to push each other. We had to communicate more than we do. Like, we had to fight for one another. We had to put our backs on each other's backs and say, bruh, I got your back. Let's go all the way. Let's go all the way. Yeah. Let's do this. We have to, because if not, it's still gonna come at us. Never mind that we spend let me say the last 11 hours. Let me say
traveling.
15 hours traveling. No one is gonna say, maybe let's understand
and postpone the game.
No, even that as in the team, we're not even going a lot into postponing, because we know how important even the momentum is, but it's also difficult because of the body to regenerate. And it's what we have to do. We have to get in the field in the field, and we have to deliver and do our level best.
Do you feel the love, though? Because somehow I sense your coach doesn't feel the love and appreciation of what you guys have done, or South Africans don't give the love to Sundowns.
I don't feel like we are a team that has a continental trophy. I don't feel like we are a team that's sitting on top of the DStv Premiership with so many points between us and the rest of the group. I don't feel like the team that has probably the longest unbeaten record so far in the history of the PSL. I don't feel like the team that has broken many records. I don't feel, and I don't know why. I think there's just a feeling that maybe it is because I move on too quickly. Maybe it's also because of a lack of appreciation that I sometimes feel, and that in the difficult moments we don't get the support that we need. But I always say to you guys, who cares? The job must go on. We have to keep fighting. We have to keep trying to grind results for this club and to make our supporters happy. That's what I am focused on at the moment, and grateful for the opportunity presented by God to achieve records and break records. But at the same time, I think maybe that it's that 24-hour rule that doesn't allow me to sit too much on some of the good things, But yeah, I know we're still the team that I know. We're still a good team, and a difficult patch does not change that in my mind, So yeah, I don't know how it feels. Sorry, I don't know what feeling it is, because I just don't know how it feels.
Sure. I mean, there's a lot of I don't know how it feels. We don't feel like we are. It's tough for the coach. I mean, how do you respond to that? You're one of the players that are top senior in the team, and then you hear your coach saying that.
I think when it comes like this from the coach, it's also up to us as players to say, coach has stood in front of us. He has taken hawks. He has taken first for us. So now it's our time. We also stand in front and do our level best, because to be honest, we also went through a bit of a rough sketch due to performance, not because of injuries and all that, but it was because of the drainage of the fatigue, the traveling. But like even coach said, who's gonna say, guys, let's give them yan? Because literally, to be honest, some of the Champions League teams that we play with, they literally give them a week or two to prepare for a certain game.
They gave all three teams that are playing in CAF competitions games off out of understanding.
Yeah, but it's some of the things that also as us players, as a team, we see some of the things and we just say, let's put this under the carpet and let's move on and do our level best.
All right, do your level best as well. If you're listening to the show, you can expand that by going onto the YouTube channel. It is live, it is interactive, and I see a lot of people already have switched on. So go live now and see Thapelo Morena, who's here in studio. Ayanda Kungwayo says that best show ever in Africa. Thank you so much indeed for that. Game Gamer says, wow, Thapelo Morena is one of my favorite players. I wish him very well in everything that he does. What are his thoughts on Kaizer Chiefs? I don't know if he's allowed to answer that, but find out after the break.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW.
Enjoy the ultimate entertainment with Hollywood Bets' 25 Rand and 50 bonus spins. Play games like Hot Hollywood Bets and more. Sign up today and take a spin with Hollywood Bets. Bet online now. T's and C's apply. Hollywood Sportsbook is a licensed betting operator. Hollywood Bets supports responsible gambling. No persons under the age of 18 years are permitted to gamble. Winners know when to stop. South African Responsible Gambling Foundation toll-free counseling line 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp help to 076 675 0710.
Yeah, you see? Finally, my favorite drink is here. Hey, Bo, where's my change right now? Hey, man.
Expect change everywhere with the new Streetwise Double Stack Meal. Get a double snack burger, small chips, and a free small Fanta or Sprite for just $29.90. Eba Bosso ya change with the Streetwise Bossa range. KFC, it's finger licking good. T's and C's apply.
Capture iconic moments with the brand new Redmi Note 13 series. Choose from the Redmi Note 13, 13 Pro, or the feature-packed 13 Pro Plus 5G from just 329 Rand per month. When you get any Redmi Note 13, get a Xiaomi Smart Tech device from just 9 Rand per month. Available now at Vodacom online and in stores nationwide. Visit vodacom.co.za for more. Redmi Note 13 series. Make every shot iconic, every day legendary. T's and C's apply.
New looks good. Feels great. Like that new lounger. The firm seat. The relaxation. So much space. Can you feel that? Now feel all of that for longer with a new car from Bidvest McCarthy. The firm seat, the fresh leather, so much space, and so ready for adventure. You've been working so hard, let those hours pay off. Visit mccarthy.co.za or one of our dealerships nationwide. Bidvest McCarthy, we deliver, always.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Called it unwanted, unnecessary, unprofessional, very, very barbaric. Those are some of the words that we used to describe the brawl that we saw at the Princess Makoko Stadium at the weekend. Now, that was during the Hollywood Bets Super League game between Royal AM as well as Lindelani Ladies in KwaMashu. Tensions literally boiled over. Now, in the closing moments of that game, a dramatic altercation occurred on the field. The players exchanging blows, unleashing a flurry of kicks, resulting in a chaotic scene. Mashamula Morake, the Center Circle online managing editor who joins us on the line. Have we heard anything from SAFA?
That's a straight no. Unfortunately, we haven't heard anything. It's going to be interesting to see how long it takes to study that report and when action will be taken, because these two teams, Lindelani Ladies and Royal AM, will be involved again in matches this coming weekend.
That is crazy. That game shouldn't happen.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW. Wednesday nights, soccer nights, your nights.
All right, do send us your WhatsApp voice notes. Any conversation that you do want to have, any comments, questions. Thapelo Morena is here. This hour, as always, flies by. So don't wait until around about 10 to 7 because you'll be highly disappointed. Do send your comments as well on the YouTube channel. Log on live. Or otherwise, give us a call, 011-888-947. It's as simple as that. Talking about football, let me move away from the DStv Premiership for 2 seconds because, you know what, midweek, I don't think we expect so many games to be happening, but it is heating up indeed, and I hope yours is as well. It's a Wednesday, it is soccer night, and last night, Chelsea fans, are you okay? Have you recovered? But I can tell you that all that action is going to continue again tonight. And guess where you can catch it, eh? Showmax Premier League. It's going to be live. I'm talking about last night, that 5-star display that Arsenal put up, absolutely destroying Chelsea in the London derby. That brace from Ben White, also the former Chelsea player, Kai Havertz, seeing the Blues conceding 4 second-half goals en route to that 5-0 loss to the Gunners, stretching their lead now at the top of the table by 3 points. Hey, maybe Arsenal and Sundowns have got something in common. We'll talk to Thapelo about that. At the top, stretching their lead. It's also a must-win game tonight. You heard earlier on from Jurgen Klopp. It is the Merseyside derby at Goodison Park. Everton isn't a happy hunting ground, though, for Jurgen Klopp. If you look back in history, he's drawn 4 of the last 5 fixtures over there. But hey, it's not about what I'm saying right now. You want the full highlights and you want to ensure that you never ever miss a game. Just like me, simply subscribe to Showmax Premier League for only 69 Rand a month. Someone said I'm lying the other day. I was like, yeah, of course. It sounds like I'm lying. But that's all it's going to cost you. On your phone, just 69 Rand a month. You can watch all the Premier League games, watch the games live from your phone. It's the new Showmax. It is streaming for Africa.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Two remarkable athletes with a story that is nothing short of inspiring. Join us before they head off. So let me welcome Catherine Williams, Paige Bodenost, SA Women's Rowing Double Scull Duo. 94 days?
Yeah.
That's the reality.
Yeah, it's exciting. I think we're super excited. Obviously, got a box to check off first in Switzerland, but it's part of the journey, and I think super excited just to race and show the world what we can do.
The competition around the world is so high. What are you expecting from the lessons learned?
I think we're going in there with a very clear set of goals, which is kind of just having our best race, and then that will determine the result. But obviously, top 2 is the qualifying spots that we would need to achieve.
#MSW. #MSW. Wednesday nights, soccer nights, your nights.
It has got 27 minutes after the hour. It is #MSW. Hey, it's blazing up there on YouTube channel. We'll get to your comments in just a second. I want to go live now to some of the calls that are coming through. Thapelo Morena is my guest. Mamelodi Sundowns superstar is here. Hulufalang joins me on the line. Hulufalang, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Good evening to you, Mr. Rob, and good evening to all the MSW shoulders. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Good to have you live. We normally get to hear you on the WhatsApp voice note. So, hey, you want to, obviously, Thapelo's got that magic touch. You want to ask him a very important question. Go ahead.
All right. Thapelo, who's running the outtake?
Shab me, Morena.
Sharp. I feel, personally for me, let me just shower you with your flowers, man. I feel you are that talented and you're that brilliant that you shouldn't be playing for the rest of your career for Sundowns, or you should be playing outside of the borders of South Africa. You should be applying your football overseas, in Europe. Having said all of that, number 1, do you have aspirations to play overseas? And number 2, which is that one team that you would love to play for before you call a day on your incredible footballing career? That's what I want to find out from you.
Well, Hulufalang, thank you so much indeed. Was that a difficult question or an easy one?
No, not really. Like every player will like to play overseas, and it's every soccer player's dream. And
Which one do you dream of? Which one, growing up, you said, you know what, one day if the man above blesses me, I would love to play for X team?
Yeah, I think to be honest, I'm a Liverpool fan, but due to also the style of play that we're playing at Sundowns, through Arsenal and Man City, I think they would be the teams that I can easily try and get into.
Let's talk about Man City though. Is it Bernardo Silva that inspires you? Who inspires you?
For me, to be honest, it was Kyle Walker.
Yes.
Yeah, as for me, he has all the attributes of footballer. Yeah. He's aggressive, he's speedy, he can read the game well, and for now, as playing but attacking, it's Foden. Foden and Doku.
Doku's crazy. I don't think people give him the credit that he deserves. Eh?
Yeah, it's true, because so when he comes in as a second half, he does crazy things. He has maybe like 11 successful 1v1s won. Won.
Wow. Has he been part of your video sessions?
I think for most of the wingers,
he's the example.
Yeah, Doku, Silva, Grealish, Diaz from Liverpool.
You can tell though that you're a heavy Sundowns influence, because those kind of stats, that kind of influence, that kind of research, that kind of knowledge comes through from a coach that loves that. I mean, that video / picture that was circulating and trending of him, sitting on the flight there with 2 of those laptops and just literally going through analytics. shows. I mean, do you find that it's beneficial for you as a player? I don't know if they did that at Bloemfontein Celtic.
It is beneficial, to be honest, Bravo, because you improve as a player.
Yeah.
When you look at me now, and let me say 9 years back when I was still at Celtics, I'm a complete different player, and I can read the game more than I used to. I can see situations. Even yesterday's goal, if let me say I was not obviously going through my matches, I missed 2 goals against Starks, against Swallows, right there under the goal's mouth. Yesterday I took a touch in the box and I finished. So yeah, you improve as a player when you analyze the game, especially your own game, knowing where to improve and what you need to work on.
What about versatility? Because I might have joked about it early on and say you can play any position. What were you playing yesterday?
Yesterday when the game started, I started as a striker. And after the penalty situation, coach said, because we were playing with 3 at the back, then coach said we should go back to playing with the 4. Then I went back to the right back position. So the good thing is that coach didn't have to do a sub in that moment to get what he wanted to solve the problem that we had. He said, look, let me see. I've got Thapelo in the pitch. I've got Musa. Musa can go to left back. Riva Brian inside. Thapelo as a right back. So
I mean, that is tactical genius right there, and especially with the team that's come in for that game with 11 changes that have been made from the weekend.
It's true. Wow. It's true. Having also Pizzo, Neo, Lewo started as a right winger, playing with the three as a right winger. But when we changed, we said Lewo must go in. I go as a right back. Musa left back. So Nku right wing, Mendieta and Teshrik up front, and yeah.
You just say that you play football. So no one must box you in and say, hey, Thapelo, what position do you play?
No.
Say, I play football.
Yeah, I play football. I enjoy, that's my office. I enjoy being in that office.
As long as you're playing.
As long as I'm playing.
Yeah, because if you're not in the office, then you kind of unemployed. Let's go to Hammanskraal. Hammanskraal, JC standing by. Welcome to the show, JC.
Brother, how are you doing?
I'm very, very good. Mr. Siteb.
You have one of the men that I love. I've seen him going through a lot. That injury, I was with him, and then I've seen him recovering. How are you, Thapelo?
No, I'm good, Patrice.
I'm okay. You know, as I've seen you talking to Amakrotman, Abu Klompokekana, and Sugar. They were teasing you about your finishing, saying that you are wasting a lot of chances. So yesterday when that happens, the first goal, because the first goal, I thought you were going to score it, and then you couldn't score it, but he scored it. And then I think afterwards, after scoring, and then I think you missed about two chances or so. Did you kick yourself about it? What did you think after those games? After the game? What did you think about those games? Because I think you can be one of our lethal finishers because you know where to put yourself in the field.
Nice one. Beautiful. JC in Hammanskraal, thank you so much indeed. Beautiful question, though. You can tell that it's somebody that watches, analyzes, and followed your game. How do you answer that?
No, like I said, previously against Starks and against Swallows, I missed 2 chances under the goal mouth. So with me, they say every time when it gets hot in the kitchen, people run out. He knows the kitchen person.
You get in though. Hey?
No, I'm always there, because if I won't be there. I won't learn, and that's something that I have to work on. And yeah, no. After the game, obviously, I sat down. Like today, we had a review. So there's certain things that we went through, and yeah. Even for me, I know the first chance where Tashrit scored, I should have finished, but unfortunately the ball couldn't, and I've been working on those things. There's a ball Tashrit played for me, I let it to run, I should have taken a touch. Even Keke and Teko today were teasing at me because of that. So I think that's the most important thing, to always take what comes and head up and try to improve and do your best in the next one.
All right, so lots of activity happening there on the YouTube channel. You know, you even got people that are gymming, who are at gym right now, like Kutlo Ramuruka. Kutlo says, I am watching while gymming. He says, the camera quality is showing that smile from Thapelo. That's what it's all about. Hey, it's thanks to another gentleman from Hammanskraal who's manning these cameras, pure HD style though. Let me take Brian. He says, sky is the limit, the game on Friday. He says, yeah, he's looking forward to it. He says Thapelo is going to score, and I'm 100% feeling that final. We've got Uskupu there. Uskupu says, hey, big up manager. Thank you, Rob, for having Umatrapa in the building. Wayatanda Gama saying that. Trapa Matrapa, Thapelo Morena, that's from Ukabelo. I'll go through a lot of those messages there. As I said, if you want to watch and listen, tune in, as well as the YouTube channel. It is live, it's happening, and it's all for your pleasure.
Good evening, Mr. Marawa, and good evening to your guest, Thapelo Matrapa, Morena, ukhuluma noSibongele noKamkhwani Kamgaya Matsafene. There, Mr. Marawa, you got one of my favorite players. I won't say a right back or a right wing, but my favorite players who are playing on the right hand side. What I want to upload Matrapa for is that he's competing with Kulisom Dao at Mamelodi Sundowns, and even in the Bafana team, they are also competing for the same position. But in most cases, Bafana coach is using him as a right wing, I think. And what I want to know from Matrapa is that how difficult to compete with someone like Kulisom Dao at Mamelodi Sundowns. And there is also Zogom Tunyelwa, who seems to do very well when given a chance by coach Rulale Mkwena. Thank you, Mr. Marawa. Good show.
Sibongoleni, thank you so much indeed. Hey, lots of people know you. Hey, Matrapa, do you find it like it's a competition between you and Mudau?
No. For me and Mudau, it's not a competition. We are brothers, we family. We learn from each other. Yeah. For me, I know his strengths. He knows mine. I know his weaknesses. He knows mine. So the most important thing, it's we both help each other. For me, I think he's now in that space of, you know what, I have this opportunity. Unfortunately, Thapelo has been getting injured, so let me run with this ball. Yeah. So like I said, in the team we don't have competition. It's only learning from one another and helping one another to improve.
Like I said, so many people who know you, but also know you very, very well. Listen to this.
Hey, Mr. Marawa, Pete Lapo close Kulela. I remember the days in Randfontein. We were 11 players going to play a Randfontein tournament. Lomtum Pete Robert Marawa, uya defender engakudlalela yonke indawo nangukeeper uyakeeper. I think he knows me by the name of Toto from Randfontein. Dwana waka. How's it, Bafanas? All the best.
I'll keep up a secret, but you've got no chance. You were driving in the back of a Cressida.
Yeah.
All of you were going to training.
No, we were going to play before I went to Celtics. Before I went to Celtics, my father had a team in Randfontein. 2-3 extension, 2-3. Yeah. So my father had a team, and for me, he let me say my late father actually, and you know Brahop.
Yeah.
So he played a huge role. He played a very huge role. That's why I can play any position that I play. We used to take even young boys. Hey, come, let's go. Oh, Papa, shot a right back. then I go. You see, well. Yeah. So that guy knows me very well. If he knows about the Cressida, and we used to drive 11 players in the Cressida.
Imagine with the sheepskin. I'm sure that Cressida. You know, I'm a Cressida. Yeah, sheepskin and that dog there in the middle with the head
dancing
back and forth like that. Yeah. But it's an amazing story. We're going to continue though. After the break, we'll take lots of your WhatsApp voice notes. We'll take some of your calls as well. Look at what's happening on social media, comments both on X as well as the YouTube channel. And guess what? You know, he's a tough man for someone that went to a high school called Petunia High School. Oh, my daughter, Petunia.
Hashtag MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. Hashtag MSW.
Look, in the sky, Chief.
It's a bird.
It's a plane. No, look, it's...
Yeah, hello, it's me, Frecky.
Do you want your face on a billboard? What? How about a special message plastered above the city skyline?
Vanessa, sorry for leaving the toilet seat up again.
Anele and the club are giving you the chance to win a billboard for a day. Woo! Whether it's a birthday shout out,
Happy birthday, dear Ale,
a declaration of love, your small business, or simply your smiling face. Tune into Anele and the club every day this week and listen out for your chance to win. Anele and the club, making dreams come true, one billboard at a time.
This is 9,
7.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
So let me welcome Catherine Williams, Paige Bodanost, SA Women's Rowing Double Scull Duo. What makes the match work?
We understand each other, we understand what the other one needs, but at the same time it was just a click, a spark.
I mean, talk about that. A very basic question is, why rowing?
There's nothing like it, I guess. The feeling of like floating on water and then...
It's so multi-layered.
Yeah.
It's not just the physical, it's not just the skill, it's not just technical, it's also mental, emotional. Like there's a lot of layers to moving a boat really fast, and I think that's why we love rowing so much, because that challenge, and it's super rewarding when it comes together.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW. Live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. Hashtag MSW.
Hey Marawa, umkhumbi kaKhumalo lo. Hey, uphethe indoda lapho man. Thapelo Morena. He lives up to his surname, which is Morena, Amakhosi. Marawa, this guy moved from Bloemfontein Celtics. We never understood why he found himself in Mamelodi Sundowns. And he comes to Sundowns. He plays very well, as if he grew up there through their development. A solid, great player. He's the great player. But there's just one thing, Thapelo, that I like. Maybe I also need to learn. This guy plays with a smile. He's always called upon when the so-called big games, are featured against Sundowns, and he performs like he's been playing all along. Bafana, we found one thing. We called Thapelo. He came in, and again he weaved his magic. Thapelo, is there anything ever that takes that smile away from you? Thapelo. Because for me, if there's one thing that consoles my heart, is that some players that came to Sundowns and played in your position, you've accepted that. You were brought in as a right winger. Some players were signed after you were there, and you moved. You were moved to a right back. Umdao, I think he's commanding that place now. Again, you accepted, you move. You're playing up front, and you've been scoring goals, all with a smile. Is there anything that makes you angry? Otherwise, great, solid player.
Kumalo, thank you so much, man. I think it's a genuine question. You hear him, he's laughing as it is.
Like I said, even in difficult situations, I just try to put a smile on my face and try and move on. And the most important people that I think of, it's my family. That if I put my head down, even if it's in difficult situations, if I just lose my head once, what I'm gonna lose. So they are the most important people to my heart. That everything, even if it's hard, I just think of them. I put them in my mind. They're always in my heart. So yeah, getting angry is something that it takes a tug to hit me, maybe.
No, we don't want that, because otherwise we're going to lose you.
Hashtag MSW Live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time.
#MSW.
Deal or No Deal, the show that has given more than 5.5 million rand in prize money has a new home, SABC2. To play with me, Katlego, and stand a chance of winning up to 250,000 rand, go to dealornodealsa.tv to register and get a chance to change your life. Deal or No Deal, now on SABC2, weekdays at 6:30 p.m. with a rebroadcast at 11 a.m. and on SABC3 at 5:30 p.m. Proudly sponsored by Lotto Star.
Lotto Star is licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18s. National Responsible Gambling Program. 0800 006 008. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
This April month then, Meatwall's bringing you some banger birthday deals as we celebrate 29 years of absolute meat excellence. Bulk chuck, short rib, brisket or shin at the lekker price of $79.99 per kg. Bulk frozen pork fried chops, just $49.99 per kg. Bulk topside mince at a jaw-dropping $79.99 per kg. Available at all Meatworld branches, valid 24 to 30 April. T's and C's apply. Meat World, your friendly family butcher.
Still shopping around for a saving here and a deal there? With over 1,500 deals every week, choose Checkers and save on Sunfoil Pure Sunflower Oil, 2 litres for $59.99. Clover Crush 100% Fruit Juice Blend, 1.5 litres, any 2 for 79 Rand. And Baby Soft 2-ply Toilet Rolls, a 24-pack for $169.99. Valid until Sunday at Checkers, Checkers Hyper, or shop on 6060.
Is your name Justice, but you know nothing about the justice system? Have you never said honorable words like all rise and overruled? Was the last time you had a case back go high school, the one that carried your books? Do you find that the only time you are wearing a gown is before you sleep? Do your friends call you Chief or Justice, but never ever Chief Justice? Do you hear the words subpoena and think it's a sports reference about making a substitute? Do you, like most of us, feel like your family has given you a name that's just too much to carry? Then this meal is for you. Get the family full house meal from Chicken Licken with 8 pieces, 2 sole fries and 2 sides. That's at least one thing that will make your family proud. Chicken Licken. Soul food.
Hobby is a great new way to buy or sell your car. Hobby will make your day, ain't no other way. Come to us, so we'll come to you. Our team's colors are yellow and black. Quick, efficient, fair, that's where we at. Whatever you want, whatever you need, we've got the car for you. Hobby, soon we'll be #1.
Buy or sell your car today. Visit cubbycars.co.za.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time.
#MSW.
Hey, Robert Murawa and Morena and his family. I'll greet you with a good order. Yes, MSW, Robert Murawa, Morena. You know, they are made of steel. Honestly, I made the comment previously. They are playing absolutely too much football. How their bodies keep it up, I just don't understand it. But thanks for last night. Last night. 2 wins. And Sundowns is again the champs. Hell, thanks for your show, Robert. Thanks for Morena. Thanks that your family is looking after you. And yes, man, can't wait for the rest. Julle moet mooi bly, Ben Richter.
Oh, Ben Richter, mooi bly, man. You know, when you make somebody of an advanced age like he is so happy. Yeah. I've been worried about him. We haven't heard from him in a long time, but hey, you've brought him out. How do you respond to Ben?
No, Robin, thank you very much. Thank you. And yeah, nah. I've been doing my recoveries very well, and yeah, I'll pass the recognition to the family. And yeah, thanks, and definitely sure that you'll see more and get more.
Tebogo is calling us from the East Rand. Tebogo, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, Rob, and good evening to Thapelo Morena.
Welcome, Baba. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Thapelo, I'm a Chiefs supporter, but you won my heart a few years ago. Chiefs was playing Bloemfontein Celtics, and it was a home game in Bloemfontein. You and Lan Lakay came into the stadium. You engaged the youngsters and took pictures with them. For me, that was heartwarming. You were very always smiling. I think your humility is something that has kept you in the game for so many years. And may you continue to shine and be a living example to youngsters. But my question to you, how do you feel seeing Bloemfontein Celtics, the club that made your career no longer there, and looking at the supporters continuously wearing the yellow, the green and white colors of Celtics in Bloemfontein? Thank you so much.
Great question, Tebogo. Probably an emotional one there because you were there 2013 to 2016. How do you feel?
Yeah, it's when I heard the story. Yeah, it was really bad. It was really bad. Knowing from our Tshepo Rekgotso.
Yeah.
I shared a room with Tshepo Rekgotso. Knowing how much we struggled, the team was doing so well even when I left, and all of a sudden things like that happen. It was very touching, and but I don't know how to explain it because even the Bloemfontein people know how I felt. They called me. They asked me a lot of questions about it, and I said, "There's nothing I can say or do, but we need to respect what has been done, and hope for someone who will come back and start the civilly summer say like Alerato le Batsani Elayalo."
You make Bota happy, man. Oh my goodness.
And it was very emotional, man, bro. Even now when people speak about it, and sometimes we try and make some remarks that guys, let's just make something yana so that we start Bloemfontein Celtics. But I saw recently there's this guys who are busy with Celtics. I think it's Celtics FC. Yeah. So I'm very glad that they're starting to take bringing back the football and trying to bring the green and white back.
But would you though? I mean, if you had the financial muscle and you spoke to the man there who made Sundowns what it is, and you say, "Hey, big boss, man, just loan in Yana 15M. I want to do something great for my community." I mean, would you spearhead something like that?
But there's a lot of people that I could, and we could speak and put something on the table. But unfortunately, some of the things are not in our hands, bro.
Really?
There was a lot of things before what happened, so I don't know.
So it's a bit of a tough one.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll touch on that another time when I get the honor to chat to you. Let me take Kunjabulo in the east of Joburg. Jabs, good evening.
Big Rob, how are you, sir?
Hi. I'm here with the very humble overachiever, man.
Evening to Thapelo Morena as well.
Sure.
Big Rob, I have two questions for Thapelo Morena. Well, firstly, I wanted to ask about the horrific injury that he had. I think it was 2 or 3 seasons back in the Tshwane derby against SuperSport. And I just wanted to know, how did he mentally recover from that injury? And secondly, does he still know that he's probably the most quickest player in the league, or he has lost his pace since the injury? Because now there's a Thapelo Maseko who's also quick. Have they ever tried to probably do a race to see who's still the quickest in the league?
I love that, Njabula. Thank you so much indeed. Hey, you know where that question is going. Who's quicker?
Bob, I don't want to say if we were both here and it was going to be much easier because if I say it's me and the next interview, maybe the interview is going to say it's him. So we have data in the team. We have data. I'll go through the data, and when I come next time, I'll let you know.
You'll unpack it.
Yeah.
You'll unpack it.
I'll unpack the data.
Jabulo, you heard that. He's going to bring the data. He doesn't want to just say it emotionally because...
But I'm confident in myself.
That it's going to be you.
Yeah.
So you can't argue with data.
No,
you can't argue with
can't.
data. So if you're wondering which game that was, he did mention it. It's the Tone derby that was against Supersport United in 2020. Nedbank Cup last 32 stage. I think your right foot kind of got stuck
on the pitch.
Yeah, and then the ankle dislocated. Yeah, let me not even remind myself.
Good evening, Mr. Marawan. Good evening to the MSW shareholders, and good evening to your guest in studio, Thapelo Morena. Mr. Marawa, I've got one of the best players at my lot in the PSL because he's a very versatile player. Even during his playing days at Bloom Celtic, he was one of the standout players at the club. And Mr. Marawa, I just want to find out from Thapelo Morena, are they not worried regarding the fact that they are going to the second leg trailing by a goal to nil? Are they not worried that they might be crashed out of the Champions League? What is their mandate going to the second leg of the match? Thanks, Mr. Marawa. Yeah, wishing them all the best in the second leg. It's Mden in Eswatini.
Eswatini, hey, nice to hear from you again, man. So not only just the Champions League, let me put in the FIFA Club World Cup as well, just in terms of qualification and what Friday means.
Sure, Bob. Yeah. I think after the defeat we got in Tunisia, we had to look back at what happened. It's been, I've been saying from. You remember when I came here, 2017, we have to. But I think now we really know how to play the Champions League.
Yeah,
I think we understand the roles of each player, even in the Champions League. And yeah, it won't be the easy one. It won't be an easy one. We're gonna have to grind. The good thing is that we know that when we play home, we have a goal, we have 2 goals. So the most important thing is we have to defend very well.
Yeah.
We have to defend with the ball. We have to dictate the match. We have to put everything that we have against them. We have to keep the stove hot. And even the guys know how important this game is. It's not only the win on Friday, but it's also we promised ourselves as a team that we need to play more finals. We have to play more of big matches. So this is our we are one step away from that, and we can do it as a team. And also urging every South African to come and support Mamelodi Sundowns because we will be representing South Africa as they represent in Tunisia.
Absolutely. I agree with that. I mean, so many questions as well. Kabelo says, why didn't he sign for Pirates, man? One day we'll get to that with this man here. Time has just flown by. Sandile says, enjoying the pure HD. And Vuyo Nyoga says, great show as always. Any update on the goalkeeper? So lots of questions, guys. I do promise you that we'll have this man back in the studio pretty soon indeed. But all I can tell you is that right now, Sundowns, 46 league games unbeaten. They need 6 points from 8 games to be crowned champions again. It's going to be a record-extending 7th consecutive time they do this. 7 up, ne? For Binona Pezul. 7 Pezul, langit.
7 straight.
And last night you scored after how many minutes? How many?
6, 7.
7 minutes.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW.